The new normal is really a reflection on where are we in our digital journey. And I've taken the position of what if we're only halfway? And what if the old normal was the era where technology was special and digital was still special? And we're now getting into that era where digital is just a normality. IT used to be about the large complex projects. IT has to be much more about the agile, designed to change mentality that is the new normal. So IT has to reinvent their role and their position if they want to keep being relevant in the new normal. What we now have to do is completely reinvent how we manage information, how we manage access, how we manage security. We can't extrapolate the old, and we have to reinvent how we manage information and assets when all of a sudden company boundaries are pointless. The type of skills that we need going forward are skills that are much more geared towards helping the business think about business innovations. And that's difficult because today we have armies of deeply technical people who can implement stuff. I'm not saying we don't need them anymore, but we're not going to need them in the same capacity anymore. In many, many companies, what you see is markets are heating up faster than the capability of companies to cope with that. It seems to be like the outside world is happening faster and faster and faster, but inside organizations, we haven't found the dynamics to match that. I think instead of having silos, oh, that's IT, or that's innovation, or that's R&D, we have to break down those silos. And I think we have to probably think about networks inside our organization if we want to match the speed of change that is happening in the networks outside of our companies. I think if I put it very simply, it's IT departments have to stop thinking in terms of IT budgets, and they have to come up with a way to turn that into a value portfolio. And as a CIO, you can't win a cost argument. You can't. But I think if you turn the cost argument into a value dialogue, then I think you have a real chance of making innovation work. If you look at the two big issues today for a CIO, it's loss of control and loss of relevance. Loss of control is, oh, we have to make sure that we contain everything and they keep everything close to us and that we are on top of everything. And I think too many CIOs are losing their relevance because they focus on the loss of control. I think they should be much more focused on the loss of relevance issue. If you really want to understand what the next generation CIO is, I think taking advantage of what is out there, taking advantage of the cloud and big data are crucial now these days because you have to reinvent your role. Information becomes the new currency. Information becomes the new oil. It's really the new value that companies are looking at. In many, many markets, it's not about the traditional business anymore, but it's about the information and insight that you get about customer behavior that is really going to make the difference. I think that's a brilliant opportunity for CIOs to get on top of that and to really rethink their role and regain their relevance.